people of Ghana, is your Nigerian girl Pleasure, bringing you political news in our channel, Ghanatube. President John Mahama has called for a common African position ahead of 2025 G20 summit. President John Mahama has joined his fellow African heads of states in calling for a common African position ahead of the 2025 G20 summit to demand timely, fair, and transparent debt destruction framework. He will just know that President Mahama is someone that doesn't want anything to be done haphazardly. He's actually at a peak at it at any time. The group of 20, that's the G20, is a forum of 19 major world economies and the European Union, establishing to address global economic and financial issues. This year G20 summit is scheduled to take place from 22nd to 23rd November in Johannesburg, South Africa. President Mahama has advocated for standardized debt transparency benchmark across the African Union and the integration of the climate adaptation and sustainable development goals into national debt strategies. He made this call during the address of the opening of the African Union Conference on Debt in Lomé, Togo, which has been concluded. President Mahama is beckoning on everyone that is actually in this G20 to make sure that they get ready, and he calls for a common African position ahead of this 2025 gathering, which will actually happen by November. He has urged everyone to make sure that they will do everything possible to make this a perfection, yes, a perfect gathering, calling for a common African position ahead of the 2025 G20 summit and to demand timely, fair, and transparent debt reconstruction framework, so that there will not be any loophole anywhere. No one will actually come up to say that this did not do well. That's why President is actually gramming on everyone now that this year G20 summit has been scheduled on November 22nd to 23rd in South Africa. Everyone should actually be geared and know what is expected of them. President Mahama also advocated that the debt transparency benchmark across Africa and the integration to climate adaptation and sustainable development goals into national debt strategies. He made this call during the address of the opening that was held at Lomé, Togo, that is African Union Conference on Debt. The 3-day meeting convened by the African Union Commission's Department for Economic Development, Tourism, Trade, Industry and Minerals (ETTIM) is being held under the theme Africa's Public Debt Management Agenda, Restoring and Safeguarding Debt Sustainability. The conference brings together AU member states, policymakers, financial experts and key stakeholders, including representatives from ministries of finance, African central banks, regional economic communities, African multilateral financial institutions, and civil society organizations. You can see that the bodies by which the people into these things are actually internationally recognized, not just more people, not people you feel that will actually not do well. And you've actually seen how the president have outlined all of them, making sure that they do well in what they are doing. Let me call the people again. The conference being together with the AU members and states, policy makers, the financial experts and the key stakeholders, including representatives from ministries of finance, African central banks, regional economic community, African multilateral financial institutions and civil society organizations. President Mahama reiterated the need for the full operationalization of the African Monetary Institute (AMI) and the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System (BAPAS) to reduce foreign exchange demand and burden in regional trade. On redefining Africa's debt narrative, President Mahama said, "Let us live here with a reward vision, renewed vision, a vision where debt is no longer synonymous with crisis but with capacity, where our economies are built on extraction and aid, but no on innovation, value addition and equity, and where we act not as debtors pleading for relief but as a partner demanding reform. This is what President Mahama actually wants for the whole Africa, not just Ghana as a whole. No. For the all the G20 countries, all the African Union, and all the AG members. He's actually come out to tell them that they should actually focus on renewed vision. You've actually heard it from me. Yes, that's what the president clamored and wished them, so that they will not be looking at these AUs or the Africans as the poorest nation. No. They are actually there. Africa has so much resources that should vindicate us and bring us out from these acts alone. According to him, he said, let us live here with a renewed vision. A vision where debt is no longer synonymous with crisis, but with capacity. Where our economics are built on extraction and aid, but on innovation, value addition, and equality. And where we act not as debtors pleading for relief. Yes, we should not be begging for relief and all that, but as partners demanding reform. He emphasized the need to reshape Africa's debt story. It is actually a plus, and it will be a plus if Africa actually really reshape the story and not always being seen as the people that actually needs help always. That's why we're not getting much of the things we ought to get. Let us walk this road together with courage, clarity, and commitment. Africa united in vision and action can overcome its debt challenges and deliver prosperity for generations of Africans to come. Wow, very sound one from our wonderful president, John Dramani Mahama. He's not backing out. He's not taking it lightly with anyone at all. He's actually mandating and making sure that things work the better way it should. And he's not backing out. He's actually making it known and make everyone actually see that he is out to make sure that Ghana, not just Ghana, Africa and every member of AU actually succeed in what they are doing today, and actually to reform the way they see Africa, and also to make sure that we leave a better future for the generation to come. Please do well also to comment how you see this. Like, comment, and follow. Put on the notification bell so you get all our news one by one. Thanks, my people.